Hello, hello, hello. It is me, Dr. Stephanie Fine, here to talk to you about weight loss and how to make it simple, easy, and super effective. Because, of course, that's what we want. If we want to lose weight, we want to lose weight. That's brilliant. So, today, we are talking about how to make it feel easy. Because remember, I care so much about maintaining the weight loss, about getting it off, but then keeping it off for life. Because if we lose it and gain it back, total waste of time. We didn't learn any habits. Nothing happened if we lose it and gain it back. So always thinking about how to lose it and keep it off. And if we're going through the process, we should make it feel easy. Not nail biter, not suffering, not deprivation. That's not going to work. That's not going to work long term. That's all we care about. So, how to make it feel easy. And I got the idea from working with one of my fabulous people, my clients. I work one-on-one with people to help them lose weight. I can help you too. And this particular person anyway, she's amazing. I will say that all my clients are amazing, but anyway, and she helped me with this idea, which is she's hovering right around a significant number. Like we have decades or those sorts of things when the numbers change and you are really gunning for it, and it's very exciting. Right now, she has amazing habits. I mean, amazing. Change from before. So doing such an amazing job. So she's got that dialed in, and still her brain, because this is what our brains do. Her brain was like, well, I'm not going to get my hopes up that this will be the week. And that stuck with me, because here's what we do. I mean, it is literally, this is what our brains do. I'm not going to get my hopes up, so I'm going to feel sort of tamp down my excitement. I'm going to be mopey. I'm not saying she was going to do this, but it triggered me to think about this, but we do this. We prepare ourselves for bad news. All the time. We do this all the time. So that when the actual time comes and she steps on the scale, and remember, I recommend while you're losing weight to step on it once a week. So you're waiting to step on it. That information might be disappointing. No, it might not, especially if you're doing all the amazing things that you're doing. So either you're going to get what you want, or there'll be a reason why you won't, or you'll get it soon after, right? So there's lots of reasons, but we're preparing. And so when we're preparing for the bad news, we basically are getting bad news ahead of time. We're convincing ourselves bad news, bad news, bad news. Now, instead, what if you assumed it was good news? Now, I know this is tricky, but this is the work. This is the thing. Assume it's good news. Now, the way you can assume it's good news is, honestly, it's a brain trick to try to do this. Our brains are set to negative, and when we make them positive, we can make the new neural pathways. We just need to practice. And this is a perfect way to practice. Assume it's good news. A couple things. One, if you're doing all the things you know to be doing, that's amazing, right? So you're not going to change that. You're going to keep doing the amazing things. It's easier to do amazing things when you're feeling better about your weight, about what it might be, about what you're doing. What you're doing is you're thinking about your behaviors. You're not only thinking about the number on the scale. And that's what we need for maintenance of weight loss. That's how you lose weight, and that's how you keep it off, is you're concentrating on the behaviors, the decisions you're making every day, not just that number. When you feel better about the whole week, then the number will likely reflect that. Now, let's say it doesn't. Let's say you had something salty the night before and it went up. We worry we can't handle this disappointment. Because that I'm not going to take away from anyone. I can still feel that sometimes too. You get on the show and you're like, oh, bummer. But you can handle disappointment. I think we forget that. I do. I honestly think we have to be reminded that we can handle the disappointment of the number on the scale. Now, I know you know that, right? A number pops up. It's not the number you wanted. It's literally a moment in time that you're like, oh, well. However, if you're in the place where you beat yourself up for that kind of thing, the number that it wasn't what you wanted, but you start berating yourselves with mean things to say, and why didn't you do this, and I can't believe you again, and la la la, it's not working, and all the rest of that stuff. That's why we don't want to be disappointed. Not because getting on the scale has a disappointment potentially attached to it. It's because of the berating, the pounding we're going to get if we see that number. So, what we need to do is train our brain in two ways. One, drop the beating. It actually doesn't help. Oh boy, if it helped, everyone would be rich and thin and everything. It doesn't help. And in fact, again, it makes us feel worse. And what do we do when we feel worse? Eat. So anything we can do to make ourselves feel better is always going to help us lose weight. Always. So drop the beating. Know that you are strong enough to handle a number that went up this week. And what will you do about it? You're going to evaluate it. How did I do this week? I did awesome. Okay, well then that probably isn't really reflecting what's going on, and we'll just see what it is next week. How did I do last week? Not so great. Okay, well maybe it's reflecting it, and now I know what I need to change. Remember, the number is information. There can be disappointment about it, but I don't want any beating up. I want it to be used as a tool to evaluate what was going on. Simple evaluation. And the thing we're adding to this week is do not fail ahead of time. Do not be disappointed ahead of time. Assume the best, knowing that your behaviors and your decisions have been fantastic. Assume it's going to be fabulous. You get to feel better the whole week. The whole week you get to feel good about it instead of dreading it. And then you can handle the momentary disappointment if there is. And if not, if it's exciting, then look, you got to feel good and you got exciting news. And I'll tell you, if you're making good decisions, it's so likely that there'll be good news there. So there's no need to feel the dread. And remember, when you feel better, you lose weight. Because there's ease there. You're not fighting against coping mechanisms. Everything we can do to feel better will help us lose weight. That's what I got for you today. I would love to work with you. If you want to go deeper on this stuff, I'm thrilled to help people lose weight. Love supporting them. You can go to stephaniefinemd.com, and Fine is F-E-I-N, and there's a Lose Weight With Me button. You just press it right there and we connect and see how we would work together. I'm sending so much love to you. Mwah. Goodbye.